What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started on the video, I want you to please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Today, I've had something on my mind for feels like about the last week or so, and I just been, like collecting a lot of data, theories on how we got to where we are now when it comes to dating. And as much as we come in these spaces and we're about holding women accountable and all that, I do believe in holding both genders accountable, just like Myron Gaines says on Fresh and Fit. And I agree with him 1000%. Now, do I think how we've gotten here is 100% men's fault? Hell no. And I'm sure women will love to hear that, and they probably used to hearing that, but sorry to disappoint you ladies. That's not the case. But I do feel like it starts with us. 50, 60, 70 odd years ago, when the You Know What movement started, that was pretty much the beginning of where we are now. And it was men in the past that allowed this to get out of control. And the reason why it's so bad now is I feel that these last several decades, since women gained more rights, they slowly started to become more masculine, and over that time men started to become more feminine. Then you look at the year 2021, I constantly see women complaining about men not being manly. You hear a lot of complaints about women acting like men. And I see this on social media all day, every day. And the reason why I say how we got here is partially men's fault is because during that time, men being emasculated, women became sexually liberated. So what you got going on is nowadays is women want to sleep around and move around like men do in their 20s, only to find out till they get their late 20s or in their 30s or 40s to find out like, oh, okay, I should have been taking relationships and things of this nature more seriously in my 20s, where a woman's options is a lot higher than they are in their later years. So that way you could lock somebody down, start a family. But what's funny is though, even though men have been emasculated during this time, they're still, for the most part, staying the same as far as, figuring out when to settle down and all that. But because men have been emasculated so much, we've gotten to a point where pretty much any woman with a cute face and a nice body, you know, they get put on a pedestal and they can monetize their sexuality to make a living. Now, so for the women that are into that kind of line of work, whether you're doing spicy videos or you just doing OnlyFans or, you know, anything that involves you using your sexuality. Fellas, the reason why the women in these kind of fields feel entitled to the kind of treatment and the kind of men that they want is because you got these emasculated men who are spending their hard-earned money on these women that don't give 2 cents about them. And to be honest with you, like, it really pisses me off because the gall some of these women have, like, for example, the Blue Jasmine chick, like, to really feel entitled to the things these women feel entitled to simply because you hit the genetic lottery, basically. And you feel entitled to these men's resources, and these resources weren't given to them. Like your looks were given to you. Like, these men had to bust their ass to gain the kind of wealth, to gain the kind of value and resources that they have. And for a woman that doesn't have to do anything really to gain access to that, it's the men's fault. The reason why women feel entitled to these things is because of men. Because of weak ass men that are spending their money on women that don't give 2 dams about them. And my question for these men is, why do y'all do it? You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sit over here and talk down on y'all or name call, even though I'm tempted to. But I don't understand, why aren't y'all taking that money and investing it in something to continue to grow your wealth? Or better yet, why don't you take that money and just spend it on a woman that can show you a real good time, instead of spending money on women that you're probably never gonna see? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, if prostitution ever does get legalized, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna kill the dating market. That's gonna kill the dating market. Because the way the dating market is now, I mean, it really ain't nothing to get. It really ain't nothing to get sex. And then the women that are trying to have morals and make you wait, I'm like, these are women that have already had kids or already been ran through, and they want to be born again virgins. Like, like, ain't no man gonna sit over here like Myron Gaines say, ain't no man about to pay full price for a car that's used. I find that real funny too. I'm like, man, you got women out here with 2-3 kids. Like, you over here trying to make the next man wait. Like, hold on, man. Like, you done already popped 2-3 humans at it. Now I'm supposed to sit over here and take you on several dates before I hit it? Nah. Like, and women can get upset all they want, but like, the reason why women get upset about things like about that is because they can't argue the logic. So what they do is they just use shaming language to try to shut that down. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I tell people to learn to master the art of not giving a you-know-what. Because when you understand female nature, you are going to get hit with all kind of shaming language. Because women don't really argue. Women can't really argue against logic. Whenever you argue with a woman, it's always feelings-based, more often than not. And men need to understand that, so that way they can adjust accordingly when it comes to having these kind of conversations with women, because most women can't handle these uncomfortable truths. And as men, we have to learn these uncomfortable truths in order for us to have any kind of success with women. Otherwise, you just end up being one of these guys that are cashing out on an OnlyFans girl that they're never gonna see. Like they're not even gonna get the sniff that, you know what I mean? You feel me? And it's real sad to see. It's like I really don't understand what these guys get out of it, because I would get more out of taking that money and investing it in something, knowing it's gonna grow into something down the line. And I'm like, if y'all got that, and then I'm thinking to myself, if y'all got that kind of money, like, I'm like, even if you don't got game, bro, I'm like, you should be able to get, I'm like, man, you should be able to get somebody, man. Like y'all, I'm like, y'all cashing out on, I'm like, do y'all realize y'all cashing out on chicks that's letting somebody else smash for nothing? For literally nothing. Y'all are cashing out on females that are smashing other dudes in their videos. I'm like, you think the dude that she's smashing in that video you paid for that? No, he didn't. And to top it off, that ain't even her dude. That ain't even her. Them don't even be their boyfriends half of the time. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, fellas, bro, y'all gotta wake up, man. Like, y'all really do. Like, quit wasting y'all money on these females, bro. Because I'm like, the only way things gonna change is if y'all stop giving these women validation. Y'all gotta quit giving these women validation so much, man. Because when y'all giving them money just because they look good, that's validation. And then the more y'all do that, the more they feel entitled for every man to do that. And these women know every man ain't gonna do that. I'm like, but that ain't gonna stop them from feeling entitled to it, though. It's like, man, I'm like, y'all, I just want, fellas, y'all gotta stop doing it, bro. If y'all don't stop, dating is only gonna get worse and harder. It's already bad, man. And if y'all keep this up, man, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. You know what I mean? And it worries. It worries me. It really does, because it seems like no matter how many guys are out here putting content out saying, you know, don't do it, man, you still got a lot of guys that are out here doing it. And that gotta be the case, man, because you got women out here getting rich off of OnlyFans. At the same time, though, I gotta admit, that's why I find it funny when women try to say they don't need a man and they're the prize, yet OnlyFans platform was made by a man, internet made by a man. Majority of the people that are subscribing to these OnlyFans channels are men. But y'all don't need men, though. I tell you, man. It's like, man, if it's two things I've learned, man, about two things women are allergic to, man: logic and accountability. Oh man. But fellas, yeah, because I'm like, this ain't about the ladies, bro. This about y'all. Y'all gotta stop, bro. There's no sense in doing it. Like, really, there's not. You get more out of life investing in your stuff instead of investing in women that don't care about you. Like, dude, these women are savage, bro. They're worse than us, bro. They do not care. Quit giving them y'all damn money. Seriously. Stop. We gotta do better, bro. We gotta do better, for real, man. We gotta do better. Man, I'm like, I know I just went on like a serious rant, but it's something that's been on my mind, man, and I feel like the only way we gonna be able to get things back to some kind of normalcy, like men are gonna have to start having dick discipline. Watching their own pockets more and investing in themselves instead of investing in women. Especially investing in women that ain't invested in y'all. And on that note, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.